Hey there. So, let's talk about something wild. Have you ever just looked outside on a really, really cold winter day and thought, how does anything survive this? Like no central heating, no cozy blankets, and definitely no delivery apps for snacks. We bundle up in a million layers just to get the mail. But what about the animals? Where do they all go? We have this cute little idea, right? Hibernation. We picture a sleepy bear snoring in a cave, just taking a nice, long winter nap. But what if I told you that what they're actually doing is so much weirder, so much more extreme? It's less like a nap and more like a superpower. It's a body shutdown so complete it borders on magic. And it might just be the secret to traveling to other planets. Yeah, you heard me. So grab a warm drink and let's get into it. Okay, first things first. What even is hibernation? Because it's not just deep sleep, not even close. If you poke a sleeping animal, it wakes up. If you poke a hibernating animal, nothing happens. They are completely checked out of reality. Hibernation is nature's ultimate low-power mode. Imagine your phone is on 1% battery. You turn on that extreme battery saver mode, right? The screen goes dark. It stops all the background apps. It does the absolute bare minimum just to stay alive. Now, imagine doing that with your entire body for months. That's hibernation. It's a state of suspended animation, a total biological slowdown. And it's all for one reason: winter survival. When the world outside is a frozen wasteland with zero food, the only way to win the game is to stop playing. You just turn yourself off. Let's start with our classic sleepy friend, the bear. Now, technically, some scientists are super picky and call what bears do torpor, because their body temperature doesn't drop that much. But honestly, it's still ridiculously impressive. When a bear gets ready for its long winter nap, its heart rate takes a nosedive. A normal grizzly's heart beats around 40 times a minute, but in its den, it can drop to as low as 8 beats per minute. 8. That's a single heartbeat every 7 or 8 seconds. Can you imagine that silence? Its metabolism, its body's engine, slows to a crawl. It's just sipping its own fat reserves like a fine wine. But here's the part that is just bonkers. For months on end, a hibernating bear does not eat, drink, or go to the bathroom at all. Think about that for a second. If a human tried that, our kidneys would shut down. Our muscles would waste away. We'd be poisoned by our own waste. But a bear, it's a genius-level recycler. It takes the waste product, urea, that would normally be in its pee, and its body breaks it down to build new protein. It literally recycles its own waste products inside its body to prevent muscle loss. So it wakes up in the spring, maybe a little thinner, but still strong and good to go. Isn't that amazing? It's like a closed-loop system of pure biological genius. And honestly, that's just the entry-level weirdness, because other animals are the real pros, the Olympic champions of hibernation. Take the Arctic ground squirrel. This little fluffball is an absolute legend. It curls up in its burrow and its body temperature starts to drop and drop and drop until it reaches, wait for it, below freezing. Yes, its body can get as cold as -3 degrees Celsius. Its blood should be turning into tiny, cell-shredding ice crystals. But it doesn't because its body produces a kind of natural antifreeze. Its heart rate slows down to maybe 1 beat per minute. Its brain activity becomes almost a flat line. You could literally pick it up, and it would feel like a tiny, furry rock. It's basically on biological airplane mode for months. But here's a creepy little twist. Every few weeks, its internal alarm clock goes off. It starts shivering so violently, it's like a tiny earthquake. It shivers itself all the way back up to a normal body temperature. It wakes up for maybe 12 hours. It doesn't eat. It doesn't do much of anything. It just sort of reboots its system. And then it lets itself freeze all over again. Why would it do that? Scientists think it might be to let the brain warm up, to prevent damage. Imagine that. You have to go through the violent, exhausting process of coming back to life, just so you can go back to being almost dead again. Nature is wild. Okay, are you ready to have your mind completely blown? Let's talk about the wood frog. This little guy is next level. It doesn't have a cozy burrow, so when winter comes, it just finds some leaves, hunkers down, and freezes. I mean, it freezes solid, like a frog-shaped ice cube. Its heart stops completely. Its lungs stop working. Its brain shows no activity. If you were a doctor, you would say, this frog is dead. But it's not. Kinda creepy, right? Before it freezes, the frog's body floods its cells with glucose, sugar. This acts as a cryoprotectant. It prevents ice from forming inside the cells, which would destroy them. So the water between the cells turns to ice. But the cells themselves are safe in their sugary syrup. It's a living, breathing, well, not breathing, a living zombie frog, and it can stay that way for the entire winter. Then, when spring arrives and the ice starts to melt, the frog thaws out. Its tiny frozen heart gives a little flutter, then another, and within a few hours, it just hops away to find a mate, like nothing ever happened. Can you even wrap your head around that? To have your life functions completely cease, and then just restart. It's one of nature's most incredible superpowers. Evolution figured out how to cheat death. So this brings us to the big human question. If all these animals have these natural superpowers, why can't we? Could humans ever hibernate? Right now, the answer is a hard no. Our bodies are just too complicated, too fragile. Our brains are massive energy hogs, even when we're sleeping. And we don't have the genes for any of those cool tricks, like recycling waste or making antifreeze. But scientists are trying to figure it out. And the reason they're so obsessed with this is space travel. Seriously, think about sending astronauts to Mars. It's a long, long trip. Months, even years. You'd need a spaceship packed with tons of food, water, and air. The astronauts would get bored, stressed, and lonely, and their bodies would weaken in zero gravity. But what if you could put them into a hibernation-like state, a medically induced torpor? Their metabolism would plummet, They'd need way less food and oxygen. Their bodies would be preserved. They could basically sleep through the vast, empty void of space and wake up when they arrived. It sounds like pure science fiction, but NASA is funding research into this right now. They are studying the biology of hibernators, trying to find the off switch. Is it a hormone? A specific gene? Could they one day create a drug that safely tells a human body, hey, it's time for a long nap? The challenges are huge, but the potential is world-changing. It could be the key that finally lets us become an interplanetary species. The ability to pause a human life is the ability to cross the impossible distances between worlds. It's amazing to think about. We spend so much time looking up at the stars, dreaming of futuristic tech, but the answer to one of our greatest challenges might not be in a physics lab. It might be hidden in the dark, in a bear's den. Nature's design is so much smarter than we think. It has already solved problems we're just now beginning to understand. The next time winter comes around and you're curled up under a blanket, think about what's happening outside in the quiet and the cold. It's not just emptiness. It's a world full of silent biological miracles. Hearts slowing to a whisper, bodies becoming living ice, life holding its breath and waiting for the sun to return. It's just one of nature's most incredible designs. If that blew your mind, check the full video on our page and tell us, would you ever hibernate?